Hiya! Hello! Welcome back to the channel! Welcome back! Welcome back! Welcome back to the channel! Welcome back to the channel! It's getting really cold now. Super excited to talk about this particular subject today because it is something that I personally struggle with, and that is the idea of acting through song for non-singers. So let me give you a little bit of context about this. I have always sung. I've did musical theatre as a kid and all this kind of stuff, and I just lost my confidence, majorly lost my confidence, and it was mostly for professional auditions that I lost my confidence. So I've been kind of on a mission to not only help other actors and other people auditioning for drama schools to get more comfortable with the idea of being able to sing, but also doing it for my own selfish needs. Because the thing is, and I was talking to an actor friend about this recently, of why is it so much more exposing, why is it so much more vulnerable to sing some text instead of just speak some text when you're in an audition? And I wish I had an answer for you, but quite frankly I don't. It might have something to do with the fact that you're judged based on a sound, and not being able to create that sound can be very exposing. It's an extra level of skill on top of everything else that not everybody has. It's the fact that you have to do long drawn out notes. It can be a whole host of things, but the fact of the matter is it's incredibly exposing, and it can be incredibly uncomfortable for people, especially if you don't have a lot of experience singing in front of other people. So if you are one of those people, and if you have an audition coming up, whether that is a professional audition or whether that is a drama school audition, and you know that you need to sing in front of other people, then this video is for you. And may I say, so much of this advice that I'm going to be divulging to you guys is from a conversation that I had with a dear friend, an amazing actor, amazing musical theatre freaking genius, that is FRAN FENECH. So if you are looking to take your singing in auditions and acting through song skill set to another level, Fran is your gal. You can find her here. So let's kick it off. So these are my top pieces of advice for acting through song for non-singers. So the first one to bear in mind is that it's not a test. So this goes predominantly for drama school auditions, especially for acting courses. This is very much musical theatre aside, because they want to see if you can sing, basically. So that's not for you. You guys are valid, you guys are great, but I'm not concentrating on musical theatre, I'm concentrating on actors. And for a drama school acting audition, singing is not a test. They ask for a song because they want to see your ability to act through the song. So they're not testing you on how high you can sing, how you sound, your breath control, your musicality. They're not looking for those things. They're looking for you to actually be able to bring a character to life and act through the song as you would do in the remainder of the audition. They want to see if you can elevate your skills to a different medium. That's all. So stop thinking that they're testing to make sure that you are a good singer. Because I have it on good authority, being an audition panelist myself, that no one is accepted or not accepted onto a course for acting based on whether they can sing or not. It's based on whether they can act through the song. So stop thinking that you're being tested on how lovely you sound, but rather how well you can bring a story, a text, and a character to life. The second is to shift your mindset into thinking that the lyrics to the song are the same as a piece of text that you would use in a monologue or a duologue. They both have the same function. Yes, they come out of your mouth differently, but it is the same idea, the same fundamentals. So use the text. Because the thing is, if you came in with a monologue and all you were concentrating on was how it sounded as opposed to what you were doing and how you were using the text, then that's not going to be a very successful audition. So use the lyrics in the same way. And yeah, you can say, oh, but there's loads of repetition and there's loads of rhyme and there's loads of this and loads of that. Same happens in text. Loads of rhyme? Shakespeare rhymed a lot. Loads of repetition? Well, yeah, use that. You can make choices with that. Why would someone repeat themselves? Is it the fact that they're not believed first time round, or the person that you're speaking to doesn't understand? Is it for emphasis? Repeating carries weight. So don't just cop out and think, oh, well, there's loads of repetition, there's loads of rhyme, and I don't know what to do with that. It's cringy. It's not. It's a choice. It gives you an opportunity to make a choice with the text. So don't throw it away. And also don't concentrate on just how you sound. Concentrate on what you're doing with it. The third thing is to keep it simple. And by this, I mean simple melody, simple time signature. There's power in simplicity, especially if you don't count yourself to be musically minded. Doing something complicated isn't going to do you any favors. So if you're coming in with something like a really complicated Sondheim song that's really wordy and the time signature is constantly changing and you're jumping through octaves and all of this kind of stuff, then you're just giving yourself an uphill struggle. And it means that you have to occupy your brain with more of the technical aspects of singing as opposed to the creative aspects of bringing a character and a story to life. So keep the song simple. The more and more you get comfortable singing in front of other people, the more and more you can add complexity into it. But until then, baby steps. The fourth thing is to choose songs that actually give you the opportunity for creative choices. So you're an actor, so your strength is acting. And there are loads of songs, both musical theatre, pop songs, folk songs, that give you the opportunity for creative choices so that you can change things up throughout the song. Start looking for those because that means that you can actually demonstrate your strengths so much more. Point number 5 is don't copy. The amount of people that come into auditions copying musical theatre stars, pop singers. It's great that you can do impersonations, but that's not what we're asking for. It's the exact same thing of copying an actor's performance on stage. Nobody wants to see you doing your best Simon Russell Beale. Simon Russell Beale does Simon Russell Beale. So don't fall into that trap when it comes to singing. We want to be able to hear your voice, not anybody else's voice, not you putting on a performance of somebody else's interpretation of the song. We want to hear and see yours. So make sure that if you are learning a song by a kind of a cast recording, if you're doing a musical theatre song, then listen to lots of different ones so that you don't just get stuck in the rhythm of one performer, because the likelihood is they've taken liberties with some of the text. So if you do what they do, then you'll end up just copying them. And the last point is get really clear on what your vocal range is. Each individual person will have their own unique little vocal range, where your voice sits comfortably and is able to extend both down through your register and up through your register, and everything in between. By you getting really clear on what your voice is actually capable of doing, then it allows you to make more informed decisions about what songs you're going to do. Because it's all well and good saying, oh, I really, really like this song, but if you're not able to sing it because it's too high or it's too low, then that's going to be really difficult. So what I would recommend doing is invest in a singing teacher. Invest in just one lesson and use some of that lesson to actually get really, really clear on what your vocal range is. What they'll likely do is they'll go up and down through some scales to test where you're at. And at the end of it, they'll actually say, okay, so your vocal range reaches from a G, below, middle, whatever, I'm not really an expert, and up through to this note. And what that does is it frees you up to actually be able to choose songs for your repertoire within your particular vocal range. But if you don't know what that is, then you're just gonna be stabbing in the dark. So the big thing to take away from this video is the idea that for acting auditions, your capability of sounding nice isn't the important factor. Acting through song and finding the story and developing the character, that's the thing that you want to focus on. And that if you do feel exposed and vulnerable and nervous when you go into an audition room to sing, know that you're not alone. So many actors still have that, which is why we invest in singing teachers. And it's a skill that you hone and you develop over time. And by honing that skill, you will start to be more comfortable doing it. You will feel more confident going into a space and being able to act through song. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you did, just make sure that you click like and that you subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions or any comments, then just pop them below. And again, one more lovely shout out to the amazing FRAN for helping me develop this list. And if anybody is London based, then really get in touch with Fran. I highly recommend her. She is outstanding. Not just because she knows what she's doing when it comes to actually helping you develop your own repertoire and helping you really kind of solidify your process in terms of singing. She is an actor as well. She gets it, she knows what she's on about, and along with the fact she's so talented. So get on it. But until next time, thank you so much. Bye.